Would you rather have your butt crack on your forehead, or would you rather have your penis as your fingers?
You know, that's a crazy ass question.
All right, so it's Insãne Shinobi, or is it Insãne Shinobi?
It is Insãne Shinobi.
Okay, where did that come from?
I was feeling crazy and did a Wu-Tang name generator.
Oh,
Right,
like
right.
on the internet?
Yeah, on the internet, because I was a big Childish Gambino fan.
Oh.
So then, like, I was already ninja coded anyway. Like, my friends, like, they were hip to Naruto. They love Naruto.
Right.
And I kind of was like, man, Naruto's kind of cliche. I don't really rock with Naruto like that.
Okay.
And they put me onto the show, and then they would call me a ninja because I like love doing flips and martial arts.
You did martial arts?
Yeah, I did martial
I
arts.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, from age 7 to like 14 or 15.
Oh, so wow, that's a lot of ninja coding.
You ninja very.
Very formative years.
I was really a Power Ranger.
Oh, which color?
I'm gonna say the Red Ranger is too much responsibility. I would say no, the Black Ranger.
The Black Ranger. Okay.
I'm gonna put that together with
Love
you.
it. Okay, so you literally got your name from, like, your stage name from an internet generator.
Yeah, Wu-Tang name generator, and it was kind of poetic because I used to be at home, and you know how like you would dress up like in your favorite costume and be like, oh yeah, this is what I'm gonna be. You just walk around the house like that.
Okay.
When I was like from like 7 to 10, I would just dress up like a ninja,
Oh.
and then like be like, my family's here. What's up, fam? And then come down in a ninja costume. So when I put in my government name, like my full name, it's typed Insane Ninja basically.
Wow.
So,
okay.
so I was like, oh, I gotta fix that a little bit, make it more spicy. So I said Insãne Shinobi.
I love that. It's like
no,
flair to it.
Yeah. I had to add some seasoning. It wasn't enough. So yeah.
I want to know more about like how you came into music. And
Okay.
kind of like, you know, what inspires you.
I would say my family is very, very musically inclined. We don't have many like straight up like, oh, I'm a classically trained musician.
Right.
But a lot of my family members were very, very involved with like the church. My uncle was a DJ. My dad and mom have I would say they have a great taste in music. And I was like, I love music and I want to find ways to I kept envisioning myself in elementary school being on the stage, but I was like, what is this? But it makes my heart like beat fast when I think about being on the stage. And I was like, I'm never gonna show anyone this, so it doesn't.
Aww.
Yeah, but because my family was so musically inclined, occasionally they'd be playing a song and I just make up a song like in the car. And they were like, Chase, where do you get your songs from? This is so weird. And I was like, I don't know, they just popped in my head. And that kind of is where I learned like my process of how to make songs. And I've stuck with that same process since then probably, which is funny.
How did you go from that kid that was only comfortable like making these bars like in the car to like sharing it with the world? What was that like?
So it wasn't until I was like 16, 17, and I was driving one of my good friends, Caleb, home, and I would just drive him home, and he had a really cool taste in music. We had different tastes in music, but similar like values of listening to everything. And he was like, man, I've really been making music for a long time. And he was fearless. He was like, yeah, I'm a musician. I'm a rapper. I'm not scared. He didn't care what nobody said about it. He was like, I'm a rapper. And occasionally he'd be like, yo, you should come to the crib and like record sometimes. And I'm like, nah. But he would keep playing instrumentals in the car and making that part of my brain work. So I just started like making like melodies and like rapping in the car. And then he was like, yeah, bro, I think this is like meant for you. So come to the crib. I finally went, recorded a song called In My Head, and basically and then like another love song, and it took like one take. And he was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like this is, and he's like, we gotta think of a name. And I was like, bro, Wu-Tang name generator. And then yeah,
that's so
I was
viral.
ready. Yeah. It was really no hesitation with Wu-Tang.
What is it like watching your progress throughout the years?
It's been, I'm learning to be more appreciative of the progress, because
Okay.
I'm very much I'm a very private person, hence why like for some reason I don't do a lot of music. And I'm also very much of a perfectionist, so it's difficult for me to appreciate my own music, but I do love it, and I listen back and I'm like, wow, this is inspiring. And specifically with live performing, I wasn't really happy with where I was at, so I was like, I want to do something like interesting and like show people like, yeah, I'm just a guy trying to figure this shit out.
Right.
And hence that's where like the idea, kind of the seed of it kind of came from. I didn't really have it like thought out,
Right.
but it was definitely in the back of my mind, like something needs to be done.
Right. So Freestyle Fridays was your way of kind of like expanding your your like practice and skills and like confidence in a way.
100%. And then there's literally like they can't see, but like there's literally like nobody over here, so I was pretending like there were people like to the left and right of the stage, because I was like, well, I need to probably get ready for these sorts of things. And I've had experience with that before, and I'm like, what do I look like when I do these things? And I was kind of telling you about it. We were on a train in Japan. We were going from Tokyo to like Insa or something like that, and we were on a train, and I was like writing down in a notebook like ideas, and I was like, Freestyle Friday, and I was writing down the logistics of everything, and like my ideas were flowing, because like I think I'd mentioned to you before, like off camera, like going to Japan has always been like a North Star when it comes to like me being inspired by like art. Like I've all I have the utmost admiration and respect for Japan, so going there like made me like supercharged, and I was like, oh, I want to make art, man. I want to make art. How can I make my art? And then I thought of the Freestyle Friday like concept, and then like wrote out the logistics of what it would look like, the kind of the opening colors, like the loading screen and everything. So yeah.
That concept was born from a place with so much culture, imagination, like stimulation, and it created this like setting for you to like really spit bars.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what it was, and I like the blend of like retro, futuristic, like technology, and I want to use some like retro for the opening, like kind of, and that's kind of where it came from. That's why I like a video game like opening. So.
No, I love that.
I appreciate
so
that.
Fun.
I appreciate you.
Okay, so let's talk about your freestyling.
Okay.
That is, when I watched your videos for the first time, I was in awe. Where does that come from?
I appreciate that. It felt like creating with less restrictions, because I feel like sometimes like the overthinking, the perfectionism, I'll be like, oh no, I need to make sure this exactly feels like this, and then this and this, and then when I just like let it flow, and which is like free flowing with like my mindset, with the words, with the melodies and the pen, for some of them, I was like, man, I like this more than when I'm being a perfectionist, and that's what I was trying to show. I knew if I did it, then I'd be like, okay, now you can leave some headspace for when you actually want to make like a more cohesive like project thing.
Right.
But I knew I wasn't gonna be able to do that unless I was like, write to these instrumentals, like write to what inspires you. So
there's like almost like a rawness in the way you speak, and I'm almost like thinking of that one song, I think episode, the one with your friend.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So that one was that was one of the most personal like verses I think ever that I've made. It had been on my mind for like a long time, and I like told my like family, my partner, but I was just very much like, I really wanted to get it off my chest somehow, and I just like, man, I couldn't stop thinking about like my friend who I like had really lost contact with, and it was hard to make. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of those times where like, you know the words to say, but your like body like tenses up. So like I was choking on my, like I kept choking up. I had to restart it like a couple times because my body was having a negative reaction. Like it was like you sure about this?
Right.
So yeah.
So you weren't really able to process your friend's death until you really did this.
Yeah, I wouldn't say fully because I didn't know. I found out from my friend after way after it had happened.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't process what had happened because I was on the phone. I told you about it like in the freestyle a bit. But I was on the phone with a close friend of mine from college as well, Mike Pratt. Shout out to Mike Pratt, one of the most talented musicians like I've ever made. I'm thankful to call like my friend. And we were on like a session, and kind of talking about like things we wanted to do. And I was talking about one of my friends. I was like, man, I feel like we need to really get organized and build a team of like artists and people we collaborate with because we have too many talented friends to not work. And he was like, yeah, of course. So I mentioned my friend, Father Jai Drew, and I was like, I want to work with him. And then Mike Pratt was just kind of like, oh my God. So like, yeah, that call didn't last long if you're probably guessing. So I was like, I need to go.
Shocked.
Yeah, it was pretty shocking.
Yeah.
And so like, I was very, very, very sad, and kind of just sat with it a bit. Like it was just, I don't know, it was rough. But I essentially was processing it, and I was like, well, I want to write to this because that makes me feel better a lot. So yeah, when I did that, it kind of eased up my tension, and it made me appreciate the moments that I did have more, and not focus on what necessarily I didn't have or wouldn't be able to have with my friend anymore. But yeah, I thought, well, telling people about this and like may resonate with them if they lost someone. And yeah.
It sounded like he was like a really big part of like your college journey.
In the very beginning, yeah, like I'm gonna be honest, we lost basically contact. Like we didn't talk as much as after like around my sophomore year. But he was the first person I ever lived with besides like my sister. So I really was like, oh dang, it's like we bros, and I annoyed the shit out of him. Like I know I did. I definitely fuck with him like all the time. But the times we did have, he truly, I mean when I said in that verse, he truly, one, humbled me as a friend, and then also he was very, very strong businessman. Why? He's a great businessman, and he mixed his own vocals. He did all of that. So, he was very, very cool dude.
Cool dude.
Yeah, thankful to call him my friend.
My condolences.
Oh yeah.
He sounded like a really good friend.
Yeah. No, he's
partly part of like this journey for you.
For sure. He's a good man. Rest in peace to Drew, Father Jai. Yeah, man.
What is that like to be vulnerable when you're recording?
I would say it's something that I'm like still mastering how to even talk about. But yeah, I do find when it comes to communication, and I've talked about this with my partner a lot, like I feel like I can best communicate through music, like my honest feelings, my who I am. I feel like I'm even more genuine. Like I consider myself a genuine person. Like,
right.
I feel like I'm more raw when I write something, because it's like you feel it through like the melodies and the tone, like how I truly feel. And yeah, I feel like I'm just the most genuine through that. So I don't know why the tenseness keeps happening. I think it's just because I'm nervous to show that. Like I'm nervous to show people like, oh shit, like this. I'm sure I'm like ripping out my heart and like going like, yeah, this would, yeah.
You really are. You're really putting your ego aside, and you're like really showing us your true self when you get behind that mic, when you get in that booth.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, and I think that makes me nervous. But like I said, I'm building more and more confidence even with telling people about these things. And like this was like a huge part of doing that. Now I'm feeling way more like me. Like I can blend the worlds better.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of words that are hard to say when you just say it out loud.
Correct.
But when you add music, when you add flow, when you rap with them, it's a completely different felt experience.
Yeah. It paints the picture better.
Paints the picture.
As opposed to being like, oh, I'm talking, I'm stumbling over my words, I'm trying to figure out the perfect thing to say when there is no perfect thing to say. I feel like music makes it so that it's more well-rounded. And I feel like Batman with prep time. Like Batman with prep time is unbeatable.
Batman with prep time.
But without the prep time, I sometimes feel as if I need more time, and I'm like, I'm not able to say what I truly want.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. You're doing like a great job, and I want to thank you again for not even just because the camera's right here. Like you know how I feel. Like I genuinely appreciate you taking the time to do this.
I'm having so much fun.
Oh yeah, no,
I love learning about
this is
you.
cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate you being willing to learn and like also like your very very nice and insightful questions. So I appreciate it.
So I wrote some notes when I was,
Okay.
Episode 7 really stood out to me. Like really like represented this like tenderness and also like this aggression and like your tone. Like how and like I'm curious, like how do you determine the flow when you're rapping?
So like I was saying, it's more like how do I describe it? Like intuition and like instinct.
Intuition.
So most of the time, whether it's a freestyle, whether it's a fully thought out verse, it's mostly I hear like the melody of something. I'll hear the song and it's more like a conversation between like two people.
Right.
So like just like how we're talking right now, sometimes the song will be like, I'm speaking like this, I want you to be gentle to me, and I'll be like, okay, I'll come at it like this. And then sometimes it's like, man, I'm speaking aggressive to you, like I'm talking through my teeth, and I'm like, okay, I want to communicate that back to you so we feel like we're on the same page.
Right.
And then once that happens, then the words start flowing in, and I'll start like mumbling, being like, saying nothing, but those mumbles will then turn to words like in my head, and then I'll have to basically decode what past Chase is trying to say to future Shinobi. So like it's like, oh, so it's like a different, yeah.
Okay.
So it's like the connector of my personalities. So
It's your personalities. It's like a bridge. to, like, Get you to understand these different parts of yourself. In a way.
Yep. To be like, yeah, this is the language we're speaking.
Language you're speaking. Okay, and like it's such a beautiful language, and there's so many
Thank you very much.
elements to it.
I appreciate
Do you
that.
prefer rapping or singing?
Oh wow, you came out swinging crazy.
I know.
I would say the thing, I'll answer it like this. The thing I feel is the easiest for me to understand inherently would be like the melodic part of rap. I truly like a blend of the two.
Right.
But the melody is what draws me into the beat. It's never gonna be like an immediate like flow.
Got it.
So I would say I like using melody more, but rapping makes me the happiest when I like listen back. Rapping, I'm like, oh, that's fire. It's the energy, but the singing aspect is what really draws me towards the track, or the melodic part of it.
Okay.
So I need the two, but if I had to sacrifice one, I would say I would want to. I don't know. I love rap because it's the closest to my heart.
Yeah.
But if I had to gravitate towards one that if I had to make a project in the next couple months, that was only one, I'd want to make a rap project, I would say. Yeah.
I love it. I definitely support this.
Yeah.
Okay. So what inspires like you today to like know what to write, how to write it? Like what are your influences today?
Really I'm kind of going into like other art forms and kind of like seeing what's happening there. I'm learning more about looking at the world. The world is definitely what inspires a lot of what I talk about. Kind of communicating ideas. I've been getting a lot into like film, learning more about like fashion and stuff like that.
Right.
Has been inspiring me. Also, like I love getting inspired by like anime. Like that's one of the things. So just literally taking a break and like how they say touch grass or like go out and learn something new. Like that is what truly inspires like me. But yeah, I don't have like an album that I've been like, or musicians that I've been listening to specifically that have directly inspired me recently, but there's always like stuff I'm like listening to.
Yeah, you're in New York. You have so many inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had 9 episodes in this.
Yes.
Session. How did you choose like the theme of each one? How did that play out?
I was just going based off of instrumentals that felt inspiring to me, or like figures in music that have like a special place like in my heart.
Right, because you did SZA, you
Yeah.
did Kendrick. What else did you do?
I also did Outkast, of course. I did Aaliyah. I did MF Doom. I did Wu-Tang. Of course, I gotta do it because of the Wu-Tang Generator.
Yes, the Wu-Tang Generator.
But yeah, just like people that inspired me on the journey to even get to where I'm at now. And this doesn't even scratch the surface, but I was like, I could make like 100 episodes by the time I'm like getting a little tired of it. Maybe for shadow, I don't know. But yeah.
Episode 100. It's gonna be like Dragon Ball Z. It's gonna be like
goes on forever.
Episodes.
There's never gonna be a conclusion to it. It's just gonna keep on going forever.
Yes, I love that.
But yeah, just people that inspired me, and the one that I was the most inspired by, or the one that I put the most like sauce into when it comes to like being lighthearted and fun, was the SZA one, because I truly love like Control. Like I love that album.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna rap it, and then I'm gonna rap the track list in order to show that I'm really rocking with SZA. Like this is she's an icon. So I was like, I gotta do something special with this one. So
Right.
yeah.
I really like that one. That one was the one that.
Thank you.
There was so much juxtaposition.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Singing and the rapping.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I'm trying to really blend on that one.
Yeah. So I really hear what you mean when you like listen. You're taking the melodies of these like artists and these songs that really inspired you, and you're like taking it in, and then you're taking inspiration from them, and then you kind of add in your own verses and your own bars.
Yes. And even in some of the freestyles, I try to incorporate the different artists like personas like into it. Like, of course, I can never sound like these artists.
Yeah.
Like, shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I aspire. I don't know. I just aspire to be as talented or as gifted as these people. So I was like, I want to incorporate the different talents I've learned from these specific people. Like even on the Eminem one.
Right.
I was like, oh, I want to come at it crazy, real energetic. And it's not necessarily Eminem flow, but I wanted to very much speak from my chest and kind of like add a little bit more deranged sounding.
More
like,
Insane.
Yeah. more insane, more Insane. Yeah. I want to be a little bit more deranged, but it's just little simple things like that.
Yeah, you kind of have different personas for each one, which is, and I could see you paying homage to the artists of the beats and
100%.
the track. Yeah, what is that like to kind of switch between these different codes? Like, do you find that it expands like your skills in like rapping and writing and freestyling?
I would say 100%. That's kind of what also the ulterior motive was when making them. I was like, okay, from writing, these were all instrumentals I wouldn't typically write to. Like,
Right.
I typically will like, oh, I need something, or I'll make something that will sound like an Insãne Shinobi beat. Like,
Right.
it's very particular, but I was like, through rapping through these instrumentals that I feel some slight discomfort towards because it's not my lane, I feel like it's gonna help me learn something more about myself as a writer and a performer. So then I was like, I need to
Wow. You push
go out of my
yourself.
to push myself a little
Out of your
bit.
comfort
Yeah, so I can gain like a new power up when it's time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where the writing part of it was like really enhanced.
See? Okay. Yeah, I could totally see that
I
in these
appreciate
different styles. Will we get to see these styles kind of incorporating your future music?
100%. Especially with like the newer stuff coming out and the question mark thing I'm working on.
Okay. What kind of like techniques or vibes are you hoping to incorporate like in the future?
Well, confidence is one thing that can always be increased, especially like on a track. I want to sound even more confident, because like I think I already sound like confident when I'm on the track, but I want to have a specific type of like vibrato, like a grit that really I think I gained from, especially rapping like the Wu-Tang. Like when I learned stuff. Like I'll go about it like this. I learned stuff about myself. Like with the Wu-Tang one, I lost my voice because I got really excited. I did like 3 or 4 in a day. Like
Wow.
I was wilding out, and that was one of the last ones. And I was like, I did it twice, and then the second one I lost my voice, but it sounded cool. So I was like, this is what I would sound like with like a deep, like raspier voice. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Granted, it's not good for your vocal cords to do that. Like, probably should do that. But I was like, oh my God, I really fuck with the way I'm sounding right now when my voice is gone. I kind of sound like it was like that undertone. And I was like, damn, maybe I'll incorporate that. I know I can do it now. And if I can figure out a way to do it without like straining myself, I want to incorporate like these different things into it. And just like bettering myself as a singer as well.
Right.
You can always get better, and you know I'm always gonna want to give it. It's never gonna be enough. Oh my God.
For sure. Yeah. there's like, it's like, oh, like the vocal, it's like you're using your vocal cords to like make new sounds in a way, and like rapping in a brand new way that like you didn't really rap before.
For sure. That's kind of what I was. That's kind of what I was going for. But I was nervous at first. I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna sound crazy on this.
But you ended up really liking it.
Yes, yeah, I do. And now I'm like, a lot of these, I was like, oh man, I wouldn't. These are beats that I typically would never touch.
Right.
But just jumping in it like how I was jumping into it, I felt it boosted my confidence and made me feel more comfortable being uncomfortable. So
I love that. We love a confident Insãne Shinobi.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I'd love to know more about like you and your identity.
Okay.
So like, what aspects of your identity are important to you?
Like we were saying off camera, I'm very, very, very black. I love the fact that my culture has been so like ingrained into who I am as a person, my values, and that I have been surrounded by like just such rich culture like my whole life. And also, I don't know, I've been willing to like learn about other cultures as well. But it's in everything I do. It's in the way I dress, the way I carry myself, and the way I view the world and the way the world views me. For better or worse at times,
Right,
but
right.
no, I'm just immensely thankful to be surrounded by the culture and in the culture that I'm in.
Right.
Because I truly feel like we're like the ground shakers in the country. Like, while I feel like our culture and like the way our music and our art is looked at, it's like, oh yeah, like we love the art, but then when it comes to like us, they kind of we're looked at some different. So
Right.
It's just such an interesting dynamic in this country, as you already know, as a minority. So
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like it just made me strong, made me able to understand others, be empathetic, and it makes you see the world for what it really is real quick in this existence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Earlier you alluded to black music and how you really wanted to just make black music. What does that mean?
So I feel like at times, sometimes when you say black, like when artists or like people talk about black music, they're like, oh, it's only like soul music, or you gotta be like sound real political all the time and this and that. I truly feel like black music is music that purely comes from the heart of black people, that is genuinely them, not them trying to be anything else. And I truly think that's like one of the most beautiful forms of black music. And of course I love our music is inherently political because of how we've been placed in this country with all the craziness going on consistently. But I truly want to just like show people like, yeah, it's okay to be you. You don't have to pretend you're this and that to be seen as, oh, you're truly black in this, and like a true black artist. Being you and being authentic to who you are in the culture and finding your own ways to kind of better the culture, I think is one of the best and beautiful and authentic things you could do as a black person in America. So I put my stamp of approval on that.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate
That's
that.
gorgeous.
I appreciate
Wow. Okay. What would you say to like aspiring like black musicians, like younger black musicians?
I would say basically, no matter what people will try to say to you, no matter what the world may say, you just being yourself and authentic to who you are is gonna get you to where you need to be. You don't need to pretend to be anybody else. You don't need to talk a specific way. You don't need to correct your speech to be more acceptable to the crowd that you're near or around. Just be true to who you are, and I promise you'll get further than trying to be someone that you're not, because it's hard. That's hard to keep up with. That's too much work. It's too much work. Just be authentic and create what comes from your heart, and leave room open to be inspired by other things. But at the end of the day, know that you being authentic to who you are is enough, and that's gonna be what people really resonate with, because people can see through the bullshit real easily. Yeah. So, but yeah, just being authentic. I can't say that enough. Like, no matter what.
What would you tell 7-year-old Chase singing in that car?
I would tell him, I'm like, man, keep doing your shit, bro. Clearly I don't know how to talk to a 7-year-old. I'm like, wow, like I love how strong you are and how confident you are with being yourself, no matter what people think. Like you dressing up as a superhero, a Spider-Man or a ninja every day, like that's hard. Like you are a fashion icon. Don't change that.
Still are.
Yeah.
His fits are fire every single time. Him and his wifey JJ, every time I look forward to seeing their outfits because they're so fire.
You're so nice. Your fit going crazy too. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. I appreciate you.
So what's up with the sword, the katana?
Well, I love katana. I think they're like one of the most beautiful built like weapons ever. It's gonna make it sound crazy. They're just very beautifully made, like real katanas.
Yeah.
I've never learned how to traditionally use one.
Oh.
But when I was supposed to learn it for I remember I said I did karate for like 8 or 9 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
It was a long time, and when I got my black belt, I was a junior, and I left before I could learn the katana.
Right, because you have to like learn the karate before you can do like the
Yeah, the kenjutsu.
Kenjutsu.
Yeah, so like I learned the bow staff, and I was like, I don't want to be like Donatello. I want to be like Leonardo.
Donatello.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still want to be like Leonardo and kind of have like a katana. So I was like, I was pissed because I was like, I don't really want to do. I want to play soccer. I don't want to do karate. That's where I learned about more Japanese culture. Like, but before that, all I knew was like Power Rangers and then One Piece.
One Piece.
Yeah, and then that was like the first like anime I'd ever seen.
Really, that was your first anime.
But what's crazy is I only like to watch Dragon Ball Z and then One Piece, and then all of a sudden I didn't watch One Piece. So I haven't seen One Piece since like 2006. So like
a lot has happened.
A lot has happened since then. And it was only the 4Kids channel, like that.
Oh, it was 4. Oh my god, I watched it.
Yeah,
too. Yo.
So I was watching on the 4Kids channel because they had to let y'all know I'm not capping. They had the Static Shock rolling up there. They had Batman, and then occasionally it'd be like One Piece.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Yeah.
And then Dragon Ball Z was on like Cartoon Network at the time. So I kind of forgot about One Piece, and I was like, well, I only watched like basic like ones that I'm just watching DBZ. Grew older, watched Naruto, and then kind of got into Samurai Champloo, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Samurai Champloo.
That's probably my number one.
Oh my god, Lucabe's.
You already.
Oh my
I
god.
know I'm in. You already know I'm in.
Best song ever.
Yeah, like.
Rest in peace.
No, oh yeah, rest in peace, Nujabe is like. When we were in Japan, there was like a vinyl, the Samurai Champloo with like soundtrack with Fat Joan on it.
Wow.
The one that has like a Roaring Dance on it. Isn't it crazy how that shit blew up? Really?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, people really rocking with it.
Uh-huh.
But I picked up the vinyl and I put it back down and I was like, no, I don't need it.
No.
And then a dude, I think I forget where he was from. It was like France or like Italy.
Uh-huh.
He was like, oh man, like, oh, you wanted it? Because he picked it up right when I was about to grab it again. And then I was like, oh shit, like, I wanted that. And then I was like, he was like, you can have it. And I was like, no. You have it, bro. And we had this very intimate, like, yo, like, it's cool. So I let him have it. And then the lady in the store was just like, it's like, there's multiple. Y'all were like, this is cool. Like, if you want one, it's one over here. And then we were like, oh shit. He was like, I appreciate you, like, willing to do that. And I was like, hey, man.
Wow.
So we
You're
bonded.
such a gentleman.
Hey, I was in Japan.
Yeah.
I was
You
really
have to be polite.
I was being so polite to this man. Like I was from Japan. I was like, I gotta keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that shit was funny as hell. But like love Ujabez. And yeah, like I really want to get back into One Piece. I've heard nothing but good things. I like how it's causing like revolutions like around the globe. People are using the One Piece flag for like protests and shit. That's so hard. That's
It's
so
so
hard.
crazy. You know, it's crazy whenever like a right-wing person like watches One Piece and is like wearing a One Piece t-shirt.
Be
I'm like,
irrational.
Luffy would not stand for
Even-
the genocide in Palestine.
100% would not fucking rock with that. Also like the fact that they missed the whole. Even for me being a child, I remember the concepts were them like freeing people and very
from oppression.
from very liberation
Yeah.
code, and I remember that from being like 5.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn.
It's crazy.
No, it's an interesting time. It's an interesting pop culture time. People watching Avatar and shit don't even know.
We
like-
need fucking Monkey D. Luffy to have like drive on IC.
We got this art log and shit. Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, you have a lot of Japanese motifs in like your image and your brands and kind of this persona that you're putting out.
100%. Like I mentioned, I have like the utmost like respect and love for Japan. Even before I went there, like
Yeah.
that's the culture that I've learned and studied the most, like other than my own.
Right.
So like I'm like, even I don't know why or like how it happened, but I'm like, wow, no, this is a cool culture to like learn about. And even like when we had like in elementary school, like what country are you gonna present today? I would always just do Japan, but I think it was probably just because of martial arts, like me learning more about it.
Right.
I had some onigiri and I think I was like, shit,
that rice ball changed your life.
man, I don't even know who made it, but it was like one of the karate like competitions or it was like we used to do these like day-long competitions, and then there was like the head of all the different dojos was there, and I believe his wife made like onigiris.
Oh, cute.
And then I was like, what is, like, this is amazing. I was like, it's just rice and like a little bit of something inside, but I was like, wow.
Yeah.
They were just handing them out to all the different like
Uh-huh.
dojos. I was like, man, this is sick.
Oh, your time in karate really like made this appreciation for the culture of the country.
100%. It was, and then I started tying things together, being like, oh, y'all made like anime as well. Oh no, this is pretty nice. And then I started seeing more of how like our culture is like appreciated over there.
Right. Because
Yeah.
like there's so much Americana, there's so much like
Man,
hip hop
what?
culture in Japan. It's crazy.
Man, what?
Yeah.
So like I don't know. I believe in like kind of fusing different parts of cultures and then having appreciation for multiple cultures, because there's something to learn from anybody.
Right.
Japan just has happened where I like would happen to be inspired by them at an early young age, but like really like you can learn something from cultures around the whole world. Like I think that's one of the best things I ever spent money on, was going to a different country.
100%.
So hell yeah. It's Japan, it's all love. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Look into the camera with that's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Top 3 anime go.
Oh shit. Well, I already told you really.
Oh yeah. Oh, those were your top 3 anime. Even to this day.
Well, I'm gonna say Samurai Champloo is like my, not because it's the best. Like
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Okay.
I like the way Shinichiro Watanabe like it writes.
Yes. Yes. Visual masterpiece.
Visual masterpiece. And I do want to say Cowboy Bebop is also Shinichiro Watanabe, so
Yeah.
kind of the same. But I'll kind of group those together because they're kind of similar vibes
Yeah.
about like friendships fading and then like going different directions, but also appreciating the time with each other. I love that. But I hate to sound cliche, and I'm going to sound cliche when I say this, but Dragon Ball Z and Naruto had the most impact on me as a child. Even though I've seen way better ones now, like it's not gonna. If you're comparing like the story of like an Attack on Titan or like a Death Note, even like a Hunter x Hunter, the storyline is more
Right.
fleshed out probably,
But there's nostalgia in it.
but there's nostalgia in it. And then like from that, I was like, oh, I really like this 80s kind of like style of animation for like the Dragon Ball Z. Then I'm like, oh, let me explore Yu Yu Hakusho. And then like, oh, Inuyasha, like, oh, I can appreciate this. And then, because without those,
Yeah.
there would be no like Full Metal Alchemist, those perfect anime.
100%.
There'd be no like, people say Attack on Titan, but damn near. That
Damn
shit-
near perfect.
Damn near, if you ask me.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
I don't know. I just think those really laid the foundation. It kind of changed the game. It made room for the future like Shonen Jumps, and even like the Demon Slayers. So,
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
For sure.
Dragon Ball Z and Naruto. I know we've all expanded past that now. I know we have better taste and we
You love what you love. You love,
what
you
you
love
love.
your first love.
You
You love
gotta,
your first love.
You gotta show respect to to the OG.
Yeah, mine was Inuyasha.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Had a fat crush on Sesshomaru.
Oh yeah, you're top 3 right now.
Okay, it's gotta be Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
Like, I definitely think the story and the writing is just the world building and the power is just amazing.
Okay.
I also really love Attack on Titan.
Okay.
I'm like trying to go to the concert this weekend.
Okay.
And like I don't have tickets. I'm just gonna like show up at the door with $300 cash and like hope I can like try to grease my way in. Like I'm so determined to go because it's
That's
like
in New York City.
because the tickets are like $800 on StubHub right now. Private equity ruins everything. So like I can't go.
That's fine.
I can't go. So I'm really hoping that like there's gonna be some shady guy selling a ticket outside. You know.
I feel like $300 should be able to get you somewhere. Like,
You think so?
I mean, do I think so? I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be
Right.
honest with you. I'm not gonna cap you. I don't know. But I feel like you can get in, or at least be like, let me like sneak in and just stand in the back.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I feel like if I find like a desperate 16-year-old that doesn't give a fuck about his job, there's no way he could say no to $300, you know?
I mean, statistically, like, you're in New York, so that shit could.
Yeah, statistically, I'm in New York.
Yeah, so it could happen. It can work. Shit.
Yeah, so Hunter, Attack on Titan. I love Fullmetal Alchemist, by the way.
Okay. I just finished watching that.
Oh, really? The
Yeah.
Brotherhood?
Brotherhood.
Good. What'd you
Yeah.
think?
It was so good, and it made me kind of like just think about everything going on right now. I was like, these motherfuckers do.
Yeah.
That's how you know the same things happen over and over again.
For
If
sure.
animes can be like, yo, watch this timeline play out in real time, and you're like, watch, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then I really feel like everyone needs to watch either Attack on Titan or Fullmetal Alchemist
Yeah.
to make you understand. Cause like even with the Ishballers,
Yeah.
and then be like, man, fuck the Ishballers.
Yeah,
They some
yeah,
evil motherfuckers, all of them.
Yeah.
And then you realize like, no, the Ishballers were trying to retaliate. They was getting attacked off rip.
But it's interesting in the way that art gets us connected to these real issues.
100%.
Especially in this world where we're so numb by the news and so much bad news everywhere.
Uh-huh.
We even like people are even starting to get irritated
Yeah.
when people try to talk about these atrocities and these like but for some reason art is a way to like get us connected to that.
It's easier to feed people the truth through art.
Right.
And I feel like people don't even want it. But the thing is, people don't understand the stories.
Right. They can't apply it.
They can't apply it. They don't understand it enough to be like, to realize like, oh, sometimes I see myself in the villain. I think that I could possibly be that.
Right.
Or even if not even like, I know Avatar's not an anime, but like even Avatar, like when I realized, I'm like, yo, the way the Fire Nation was kind of viewing shit, like, I think we might be close to that.
Right, but there's an episode that specifically addresses it. Zuko is like, growing up, I learned that the Fire Nation was spreading its greatness. But then now I learned we were just overtaking and dominating others.
Yeah, and it wasn't the respect that they had wasn't because of admiration. It was due to fear.
Fear.
And you can't be doing that. Fire Nation.
Fire Nation. We're not naming any names.
The world is crazy, but like I said, the art, even though art is not the end all be all to be like, this can fix all the issues, I think it can communicate information to people in ways that could possibly make them reflect,
right,
and sometimes change their perspective, because they're like, wow, I've listened to this enough. I believe if you watch them shows enough, you listen to them songs enough, you can see that you may be the very thing that someone else is talking about. And nobody's perfect, so you can implement new things from the things that you're consuming to then better yourself as a person and help others, as opposed to bringing it down. I hope, at least.
That's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
I appreciate
gorgeous,
that.
Honey.
I appreciate you.
You're doing great, sweetie.
I feel like I kind of cooked on that one.
Yeah, you cooked.
I feel pretty good.
You cooked this whole time. Oh, so good. Let's go.
That was such a soft and gentle high five. That was very
I know,
polite.
can we do that
I mean, we
again?
can. Let me.
We gotta do it with more power.
Okay. Yeah, pretend like we're just like, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we did. Oh,
I tried the masculine grunt. Did I do okay? Okay, so tell me what's next? What's the next project? When can we hear more of your art next?
Okay, so I'm plotting and scheming, and I have a single already finished, but I really want to start doing more collaborations with like other artists like in Brooklyn, and even from MP Virginia, because like that's home first and foremost. But I'm working on that currently, and then also figuring out ways to do more like pop-ups and events in the city, and then also secretly working on a project.
Oh.
I'm saying it.
Stay.
Working on a project, my second solo album. So
Okay. All right. And where do we find you to follow you for updates?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok now more actively. And of course listen on like Spotify, Apple Music, and of course YouTube, because that's where we're at right now. So
All right.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah. So hit me, Insãne Shinobi, and
Oh,
thank you, Adri, for doing this interview.
you're so-
All right. Well, shit. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
I gotta be good.
Okay, I'm running for my life, I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Got dirt up on my shoulder and a knife up in my back. I got people that look like me trying to put me in the grass. Now staring in the